Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another Vinny Built Structures video. This is going to be part 2 of the Fertizona build. In this video I will show you the completion or semi-completion of the main building. What I'm missing now is the elevator, and pretty much that building will be done. After that I will show you the construction of the office structure for Fertizona, and then in part 3 there is one more structure that needs to be built. It is a lean-to type building where they're going to store all the sacked fertilizer. So far, looking pretty good. It seems to be fitting on the layout really nice, and it'll really look good when it's all scenic up and everything put into place. So stay tuned, and we'll get out to the work area and I will show you what's going on. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back out here in the workshop, and we're continuing to build on Fertizona. And as you can remember, in the previous video I told you that I was going to cut out a section right here for the grading for the trucks to dump their material into here. Anyhow, what I did was I cut the T out of this plastic, and then what I used for the actual grading, you guys are going to laugh, but it's actually an N-scale ladder. Anyhow, take a look at that. Let me know what you think. Anyhow, as you can see, if I put a truck over it, it lines up perfectly. If I can get you in here. Truck lines up perfectly right over the grading, and he'll be able to dump his stuff out. And then, like I said, there'll be an auger in here and an auger in here that'll feed the elevator to put the material in the respective bins. Anyhow, we'll continue on with this. I also have painted this a flat black to make it look like a blacktop, and so we will go ahead and continue on this build, and we'll see how it goes from here. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll be back with some more. Be right back. Alright guys, the next step I did on this building was I installed the decals here and up here, and just normal decal stuff, micro set and micro saw. Anyhow, I also went ahead and cut the hole out for the very gently cut the hole out for the elevator that needs to go in there. Anyhow, we'll get back to a little bit more on this as soon as I can do a little bit more. So hang out and we will be right back. Alright guys, here's a bit more on the Fertizona build. As you can see, I got the canopy up here, and I got the supporting posts. Oops. And let me see if I can get in there. As you can see, I got the grade work in there, and the truck that will pull right over that and dump his material into the building. Then it will get transported, like I said, through a couple of augers that go in here, and then right here will be the elevator. And from the elevator there'll be a pipe that comes out down here so it can fill the trucks when they need to be filled, and also there'll be 1, 2, 3 going back here. And if you guys remember, I said that inside the building there was a couple of storage bins that the Bobcat can go in there and grab. So I made the storage bins, and they will go inside the building on this side here, and that should look pretty good. I mean, even though you're not going to see it, it's going to be there in case I want to do some close-up interior shots. You'll be able to see that in there. I just need to figure out what I can put in these guys to make it look like some of the material that they might be using. I don't know. I'll have to do some research on that. Anyhow, let's flip the building around a little bit. As you can see right here, I installed the people door, and on the back side I installed the garage door, and then on this side, as you can see, I've got the decals on there, and also I have my guide wires. I think they're supports for the tower in case it gets really windy out. It'll support the tower from swaying back and forth. Anyhow, right here there's going to be a sliding door, not non-operational. It'll just be over here hanging out, and that'll complete this side. Again, like I said, I did the foundation in just a flat black. Anyhow, the next part of this is, if you guys remember in the video, that this tank was black at one time. It's not the proper tank, but it'll work for now. And again, I've got the Fertizona logo on there. And so, this is the building as far as I can go at this point until I get the elevator. Once I get the elevator, everything will get dull coated and painted to appropriate colors, and so on and so forth. Anyhow, the next part of this video is going to be construction of the office building. So stay tuned and we shall be back very shortly. Alright, I just wanted to see if these bins would fit in there, and they do. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. I did paint it a lighter color so you would be able to see it in case I want to do a picture of this, of the inside. The only thing that this kit will be missing would be a bobcat. I don't find any in N scale yet, but maybe somebody will come out with it. And also, another thing I'd like to mention is this entire build is costing me $0. This is all stuff that I had left over from previous builds, so I'm just, using up scraps of whatever and putting the building together. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll get on to the office build next. Alright guys, this is what you're looking at now. This is going to be the beginning of the office for Fertizona. I'm going to start off with the foundation first. As you can see, it's 67 feet by 33 feet, and the space in front will be enough for a parking lot. I am going to be cheating on this one, only because I don't have the right stuff, but I do have this. A while ago, I got this decal from one of my vendors. I don't remember who it was, but anyhow, this is going to be the front wall, and that's going to go on there like that. And the good thing about this is these little blue spots down here, these little blue spots right down here, well actually they are transparent, so whatever color the building is, you'll see it through those little openings right there. Oops. As you can see, I also have all my supports ready to go. I have all my openings that have to be used, getting ready to be cut out. This is going to be kind of like an office space, and then kind of like a storage space here for like hoses, valves, or whatever they might need if they need to make a repair. And because of that, the back wall will have a people door for the office, which will be like a fire door, and then we'll have a small 12-foot by 10-foot garage door opening. And then on one wall here, which would be the side of the office, there'll be another people door here. Anyhow, I'm not going to bore you with cutting all this stuff out. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out, and I'll bring you back when I have everything cut out and ready to be mounted. Also, I forgot to mention, this building prototype is stucco finish, so what I'm going to be using is this Rust-Oleum. It says fine textured finish, and that'll give me just the right amount of stucco for N scale, I guess, if you want to say it that way. Anyhow, let me go ahead and cut this stuff out, and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, like I said, if I don't write stuff down, I'll forget to talk about it. Anyhow, what I'm going to use for the windows that I am going to cut out will be a Tiki group, or Chichi group, however you want to say it, 40 pane windows. I don't know if it's prototypical to have a 40 pane window there, but that's what I'm going to use because that's what I have. Also, I didn't mention that the entire foundation of this building will be painted flat black. And here's a little tip for you guys. If you have a small structure, like this one here is going to be small, what I use for the walls is 20 thousandths styrene. It makes it a lot easier to cut the windows and doors out. Anyhow, that's my little tip for today. So, anyhow, let me get this stuff cut out and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got all the openings cut out for all the walls here. One thing I need to remind you guys of, and I know I've said this in many of my other videos, that when you cut window openings or door openings, I always make them a bit smaller and make them bigger as I need. If you make them bigger, unfortunately you can't make it smaller. The second thing I want to say, after you make all your cuts on your walls and stuff, there's always going to be a little ridge left on here, so you need to get it sanded down so you have good fit with all your parts. I painted the doors and windows this oxide red. I don't know if you guys can be able to see it. The light in here is kind of funky. And this building is going to have a flat roof. And the reason why it's going to have a flat roof, because I have some details I want to put up there. And all of these are from Make It Easy N Scale. Got an AC unit that I'm going to put up there, and a couple of roof vents, and I'll probably make a stack somehow with one of my rods that I got. I'll probably make a little smokestack up there or whatever. And then finally, the detail for the parking lot, it's going to have these BLMA car stops. So my next step is I'm going to go ahead and assemble this building, and we'll follow it from there. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, this is a pretty basic build I'm doing here. It's just 4 walls basically with a lot of cutouts. In case you're wondering why I have the masking tape there, that's because where I'm going to put my my fake door and window, and I wanted a smooth surface because it is decal, and I see that I am already screwing it up a little bit by putting some scratches in it. But oh well, it'll just look like broken glass or something, I don't know. But anyhow, the next step on this is going to be go ahead and give it a squitz of paint. I will paint the inside. I'm also going to make the roof removable because at one point or another I will be putting lights in here. Maybe one light or whatever, but anyhow, I want to leave the option that I can if I want to. Anyhow, let's get on with the painting. And like I said, I'm going to be using that textured paint to give it a stucco look. And then I will give it another paint, another color, a little darker tan to go over the original tan, because what I painted down here is a darker tan. And also the inside of the building will get the same darker tan. Anyhow, stay tuned and I'll bring you back as soon as we get this painted up. Alright guys, I went ahead and painted it, and I decided I'm going to leave it this color, which is the lighter textured paint. I did have a little problem with the decal fake door and window. I guess nobody wanted me to cheat on this. So I wound up looking through my parts stuff and I came up with this door. The only problem with this door was I wasn't anticipating this, so when I put my styrene strip at the bottom, I did the whole bottom piece here. So I had to cut this hole out while the building was together. and it was a bear. I did have these other windows that was part of the door set that I was going to put in there, but because it was such a pain in the butt to do, these were the windows that went along with it. But it was too much of a bear, and I was afraid that I was going to break the wall, and I really don't have any more plastic to mess around with it. Anyhow, that's the front. And then we have the side here with this window in. And then in the back, we have the garage door, a people door, and another window. And on this side, we have a people door. Alright, and I just thought that I would just go ahead and do a little bit more on this. So I finished off the parking lot. And the parking lot's going to look like this. And as you can see, I've got the markings, and I got the car stops on there. And then these are some of the details I'll be putting on the roof. The office will get a refrigerated air, and then I'll have a roof vent on this side or wherever. And then here in Arizona, we have swamp coolers. I don't know if all you guys are familiar with swamp coolers. They run on a principle of pumping water up to the top, having it drip down over the grating with a fan blowing through it, and actually it works pretty good as long as you don't live in a humid environment. If you live in a humid environment, it will not work. Anyhow, here's a little car we'll put in there. And then I'm also going to have this little electrical box up here. If I can get it to stand up. There you go. Anyhow, basically that's going to be it. Maybe I'll put a dumpster or two near there or whatever. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go out on the layout, and I'll show you what the both buildings look like. And there is also one more structure I need to build for this complex. It's like a storage shed. It's a lean-to basically, and I'll do that in the next part of this video. So stay tuned, and we'll get this out to the layout, and we'll see how it looks. Be right back. Alright guys, we're at the layout now, and this is what the scene's going to look like. It'll start from this road, and we are looking south from Phoenix. Actually, we're looking at Phoenix. Phoenix would be way to the south that way. Anyhow, I am so stoked about this that you can actually see, you can actually see the bins that I put in there. That's pretty cool. I like that. So that means when I put my elevator in, I'm actually going to have to drill holes in the roof and have the spouts of the pipe go into the building. Anyhow, let's take a walk around. Most of this will be dirt and bushes and stuff like that. And like I said just before, there'll be a little shed that'll go right here. It'll be packing all the bag stuff. And then we have our truck loading and unloading zone there. And I started to put out a couple of details, a couple of oil drums or chemical drums, whatever you want to call it. There'll be some pallets there. Those are still on the sprues. And then this is what the back will look like. The truck waiting to get loaded up. And then we walk around to the office here. And we have the office, and we have a couple of vehicles parked there. This is going to be all of this in here will be dirt, and then the road, this would be Olive Avenue, and there would be a dirt road that comes into the complex from here. Alright, so now let me walk all the way around the layout, and we'll start on the other side. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at here is the operations manager that I showed you guys in the last video. His name was Craig Allen. I couldn't remember his name in the last one, but I found his business card, so I thought it'd be cool to show that. Anyhow, again, we'll start from the road here, and if you guys remember that tank right there, it used to be black, now it's white, and it's got the Vertizonis logo on it. That'll be a little storage shed for tools and whatever. And we got all my tanks, and actually I could use a few more tanks. And again, even from this side, you can see my storage bins in there. I'm really stoked about that. I didn't think you'd be able to see them. Anyhow, the only thing that's missing now is the elevator. And then we got the office back there again from this side. And so that's looking pretty good in my opinion. It'll look really good when I get all the ground cover on here and whatsoever. But anyhow, in part 3, it should be a pretty short one. All I'm going to do is make that extra storage shed, and then basically all the structures for this complex will be done. In actuality, if I was doing this to scale, it would be all the way down to the wall. It's a big place. They got a lot of property, and they got property that goes beyond that way also, that they have a little farming stuff. I forgot what he told me they grow. But anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, your questions, comments, input, and subs are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.